In today's video, I'm going to talk about some activities which you can do with your child with autism when you're waiting for autism services. So these are some simple activities which will help your child. So we all know that once your child gets a autism diagnosis, there is normally always a wait list in order to get autism services. An early intervention is very, very crucial for children with autism. So there are some simple things or simple activities you can do at home while you're waiting for autism services. And that is what I'm going to talk in this video today. I'm going to wait for a couple of minutes to see if anyone joins. So the first activity which you can do at home with your child with autism is matching. So matching is a cognitive skill. It is very important for children with autism to learn this skill as it can help to develop their vocabulary, their visual performance skills, and also it serves as a base to learn advanced skills. So in matching, what you need to do is, in the beginning, you can just start with object to object matching. So you can take any objects you have at home. It can be just like a pencil. So make sure you have two identical pencils, or maybe you have two identical boxes, two identical popsicle sticks. So whichever object you have, if you have your child's toys, make sure you take two identical cars, two of anything. And then what you have to do is you will start with one object at a time. So you will just put the pencil on the table and then give your child the second pencil, and just you will ask them to match. So the child will match the pencil to the other pencil. So that's it. So welcome. So that's all you have to do. So in the beginning, this is what you will do. And then once your child gets proficient with one object, then you will add different objects. And then that way you can help the child to learn matching with object matching. Then the next thing is, hello, thanks for joining. So I'm doing a live today to teach you some activities you can do at home when your child with autism has already been diagnosed and you're waiting for autism services. Early intervention is very important for children with autism. And so it is very important that you do some activities at home in order to help your child. So the first activity you can start with is matching. So as I was just explaining, in matching, you first start with object to object matching. So you can take two identical objects, two things of any kind. If your child has a favorite toy, car, take two of those. Take any objects which are identical. And then you will just keep the one object in front of the child, give them the other object and ask them to match. And the child will match it. That's all you have to do. So that's object to object matching. You will just start with one object, and as your child gets familiar with the activity, you do it consistently with your child, you can add more objects. So that's object to object matching. That's the simple one you start with. The next thing is you can make these cards. So I have some picture cards here. So you see, these are identical cards. So you can just make identical cards of the objects. Again, the same concept. You will just put one card on the table, and then you will just give your child a similar card and just stay match. So the child will put the card with the similar card. So thank you. So that's how you start with the picture matching. This is 2D to 2D, so picture matching. So start with one card, and as your child gets familiar, then you can actually add more cards. So this is the second kind of matching you can do with your child. So these are some simple activities. If you don't have these cards, you can just take index cards, take a picture of their favorite things, print it, and make two cards, identical cards, and start doing it that way. Or you can even go to the dollar store and just get the cards and just get two packs, and then you can teach them matching this way. So that is other activity you can do with your child with autism. Okay, and then the next thing you can do is also imitation. Imitation is a very important skill. You have to work with your child with autism, because neurotypical children, they learn from the environment. They learn by seeing other children perform the actions, perform the skills. But children with autism, they struggle to do that. So we have to precisely teach them how to imitate. So again, you will have to teach the imitation. So in imitation also, again, you can start with object imitation. So imitation is done in several stages. So you can start with object imitation. So say you have a pencil, and then you give your child a pencil, and then you can just say, do this, just tap the pencil on the table, that's it, and then your child will do the same. In the beginning, your child might have difficulty doing this, so you can prompt them. You can do a hand over hand prompt in order for them to do that action. So again, you can have a toy car, roll the car, give your child a car, they will roll the car. So you can do that. So that's object imitation, object. So you can do that. So before I continue, do you all have any questions? You can type in the comments if you have any questions. Are you a parent of a child with autism? Are you waiting for autism services at this time? Do leave a comment and let me know. I'm a mom to a 20-year-old son on the autism spectrum, and I'm on a mission to help fellow autism parents through my blog, my podcast, and also my social media. So if you have any questions, do put it in the comments and I'll try to answer it for you. Also, make sure if you like this video and if you find this useful, do share it with fellow autism parent, and also do subscribe to my channel, as I keep sharing lots of informative tips and strategies which I have learned over the years in raising my own son on the autism spectrum. And that's what I'm sharing with you all. Okay. So these are some of the simple things you can do at home with your child with autism when you are waiting for the autism services. Remember, early intervention is very, very crucial for them. And sometimes the wait list can be very long, and it can take many years for your child, maybe a year or maybe even 2 years for your child to get access to the autism services. And time is of essence. You do not want to waste your child's time. You want them to learn the skills. So these are some of the things you can prepare at home. I do have a video I have shared about these. So if you are interested, you can go and watch that video. And also the other thing you can do is you can actually sit and play with your child. Many children with autism, they struggle with play. They do not know how to play. So you have to sit and actually play with your child. It can be just simple things, doing a puzzle, stacking blocks, rolling a car, anything like that. So just help your child to sit and play. So you can do that. Okay. So before I end the live, do you all have any questions which I can answer? What I'm teaching is I'm teaching parents who are waiting for autism services. If they have a child who is just diagnosed with autism, what things they can do at home in the meanwhile to help their child. As time is of essence and we have to start working with the child as soon as possible in order to give them the early intervention, which can help to change their learning trajectory and to also have better outcomes. So that is what I was talking about in this video. Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate the video. I hope it is helpful for parents. Thank you for joining today, and do make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you find this useful. Thank you.